Gilbert says, for rank and rent, how can we ensure we always have a pipeline of potential renters who will rent our sites? Well, you have to start a prospecting and marketing machine. Also, how do you secure reviews for your assets rather than the lead buyer? Because every time, so I've talked about this a lot, but I force all of my lead buyers to use my high level app, which I just call the lead management app or the Tree Care HQ app, which is just a sub account that I create in my high level account for every lead gen buyer or for every location. Okay, so let me back up, and this is going to sound complicated because it is. So I'm not expecting you to, Gilbert, to grasp this all at once for me just talking about it conceptually, but I talk about this in the mastermind. But anyway, so what I do is for each lead gen location that I have a high level sub account already set up in my high level account. Okay. All of the leads that come through my lead gen location, okay, has its own sub account and high level. All of the leads go into that sub account first before they get distributed to any of the buyers. Okay. So either a phone call lead or a form fill. If it's a form fill, it's a high level form. So the lead gets piped directly into that high level sub account, the sub account associated with that lead gen property location. You understand? If it's a phone call, all my phone calls get answered by Answer Connect, which is the answering service that I use. And then there's a Zapier's app that pipes it from Answer Connect, the lead data from Answer Connect into the high level account, that sub account for that lead gen location. Then from there, I have a Zapier's app that zaps the lead information into the appropriate subcontractor's high level account. So all of my subcontractors have high level accounts too. They're all sub accounts under my account. That makes sense. And so therefore, all the leads that come from my lead gen asset go to the lead gen's assets sub account. And then from there, it distributes accordingly to each of the subcontractor sub accounts that are servicing those leads, right? Depending on how I have it set up. So again, everything that is, all the leads are tracked 100% through high level. Therefore, when a job gets marked as complete, it triggers the main sub account, which is the sub account that is associated with the lead gen asset, to send the review request out to the client, the customer, not the client, the customer. Do you understand? So whenever a contractor marks the job as complete, it triggers the main sub account to send the review request out to the client. So the client is getting the review request from my lead gen asset. And it happens often, but oftentimes the client or the customer will leave a review and mention the subcontractor by name in the review. Like, this company sent out a subcontractor and they'll list the subcontractor's name, either the company name or sometimes the guy's name, the tree guy's name, like by, first and last name or whatever. And they'll say, send out a subcontractor. They did a great job, blah, blah, blah. Don't hesitate to contact them again for whatever. So, I mean, it happens. Like some of my lead gen assets literally have reviews in there that state the subcontractor that did the work. And that's fine. We generated the lead, so it should be our asset that gets the review. That's clear. I think the buyers would prefer reviews for them, but it would help their assets as opposed to mine, which they are renting. Yeah, I mean, again, look, if my lead gen asset is what generates the lead, it's my lead gen asset that should get the review. If the customer also wants to post the review on your lead buyer's Google business profile as well, that's up to the customer. And that's up to your client, the lead buyer, as to whether or not they want to ask a second review. It's entirely up to them and to, whether they want to do that or not. But the way, like I said, the way I look at it is it's my lead gen asset that generated the lead. And in order for it to continue generating leads, it should stay ranked. And therefore, I'm going to want reviews posted or published to my lead gen asset. And I would have that conversation with the contractor and just explain that. Like, hey, listen, I'm generating leads. You're the one that's benefiting from it, correct? Yes. Well, then we should want to keep mine ranked so that we can continue generating leads. Therefore, and by the way, since the lead was generated through my asset, I should have the first rights to the review. Just have that conversation. Transparency is always best, in my opinion. Okay. And how do you ensure you always have a pipeline of potential renters who will rent out your sites? Well, market to contractors or business owners that provide that service in that same area, and get them onto a call and have a chat with them, right? Let them know you've got leads in their area that, or that you potentially have leads in their area. Would they be interested? I mean, you have to do marketing and sales to even find lead buyers, guys. You have to. It's not, lead gen is certainly easier, in my opinion, to monetize than traditional retainer stuff, because you're coming with results in hand as opposed to promising results in a future date. If that makes sense. Remember, with lead gen, you already have the leads, right? So you're asking somebody to purchase something that you already have right now. Whereas with retainer-based services, you're asking them to give you money with a promise that you're going to provide leads in the future. So lead gen is certainly easier to monetize typically, but you still have to do marketing and sales, which again, local SEOs are infamous for avoiding marketing and sales, at least most of them that I talk to. So in any case, you're still going to have to set up a marketing machine so that you have a steady stream of leads into your normal agency or lead gen agency or hybrid agency, as I'm calling it. Does that make sense? And again, a lot of training on that is in our mastermind. Whole entire systems for marketing and generating leads for your agency are in our mastermind.